Alright, it's going live. And we're live to the Dave's Meat Show, which was the Dave and Meat Show, but now it's the Dave's Meat Show. and we got some good special guests today. We got, as always, the old Dirty 33. How you going? How you doing, man?
What's up, Dave? What's up, fellas? I wish the clown could be here with us.
The clown's in our prayers. UV186, how's it going, buddy?
What's going on, Dave? What's going on, guys?
vvolfflow, say it, vvolfflow.
vvolfflow.
Okay, vvolfflow, how's it going, buddy?
No, pretty good, man.
And we got the man of many accounts, Lenny Bruce. How's it going, Lenny?
I don't think
I guess he's not saying nothing. And we got one of the best YouTubers here on YouTube, Mr. T.
Oh, shucks, thank you for that. Mr. T of the Mr. T Show. Glad to be with you, folks.
Yeah, I didn't know if you were gonna come or not. I met you the other night when me and Nate got into it, but you're a pretty cool dude, man.
Well, thank you. You're cool too.
Glad to have you a part of the podcast. Old Dirty, what were you wanting to talk about today?
My subject, what I want to do last week, we really didn't touch on is, was it a good thing for Nintendo to do a live conference on stage at this E3 coming up within a couple of weeks? And my thought was that when I did my video, I was like, I wanted Nintendo to actually to do a live event, and I was kind of disappointed that they wasn't doing it this year. And then, like I said, it took Zaire to say something stupid that Nintendo don't come on games to show, so that's why they want to actually doing a live conference. I'm like, a lot. It's just, we don't have to listen to all the bullshit that they talk about. Each company with how much they sold, how much they want to sell, numbers, and all that. It's just straight game, and that's what E3 is about. Is about game. I don't want to hear about. I want to hear about by November you hoping to sell these many Wii U's or 3DS. Just show me the game. That's all I want to. That's all I want to hear about.
It's become more of sales now than games, I would say, right?
Well, they kind of putting it in there. You know what I'm saying? I guess just to let the customers know and the industry know, how they selling and all that. But I mean, really, it should be about the game. Get on stage, let me know about the games. I don't need Usher and Kobe Bryant up there faking playing the game, dancing, singing, and all that bullshit, taking up 2 hours of my time when I just want to see the games. So I'm happy to
Sony won E3 just on a price drop, right? Or pretty much coming out with a better price. Like, that's what seems to be E3's about, is like who's got the better thing going, like whether it's like a $400 price point. I don't see how you win E3 on that. I think you should win on the better game showing and stuff. That's just me. The whole thing on, do you want to go first on this, UV? On his, is that pretty much what you had to say, Old Dirty, on that?
Yeah, that's why I feel I'm kind of happy, that Nintendo is actually doing this what they call it, a live event or something like that. So it's cool they're not taking stage, because they really don't have to take stage. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people think that, you have so many people around the world that watch it. No, you don't. You basically have gamers that know about E3. My brother, he plays the Xbox, but he don't know about E3. He don't watch E3. So only the hardcore fans of, of video games know about E3.
And that's how my brother is. We grew up playing the NES. Like, he had the Atari 2600. He's 8 years older than I am. He's 38. I'm 30. He don't even know about E3. And I showed him my YouTube channel and stuff, how I do gaming, and he thought it was kind of funny. He's like, all these people. I showed him Mr. T's channel. I showed him your channel. I showed him UV's channel. Everybody that's in the podcast, and just people I enjoy watching, like, and I just showed him. I was like, people are really into gaming on YouTube, and there are hardcore people that play video games that don't even focus on YouTube or know anything about E3. But what do you think about the whole Nintendo not showing at E3? Huvie, what is your thoughts? Do you think that's a good move? Are you happy with them just doing like a internet type deal like they did last year? The direct. It's not a direct, is it? It's just going to be a live performance or something.
Yeah, like a live event or something. They saying. They're saying it's not a
Yeah.
direct.
What do you think about it, Huvie?
To be honest with you, I really couldn't care less what Nintendo does at E3. I mean, if they're going to do a direct, that's fine. They can do whatever they want. I like me personally. I'm not going to stream a Nintendo event on the internet just to see what games they announce. I would much rather I would watch it if it was on TV. You can hear me, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would much rather watch it on TV, where I can all I gotta do is just flip the channel. But if they want to do a digital event, that's fine. Doesn't matter to me. Um, like they can do whatever they want.
Do you think it was a smart move though, them just not taking the stage? Do you think it's that they don't have enough to show? Like,
No,
that's why they're not taking the stage, or they're just doing their own thing now?
No, I don't believe that. If you're going to do an event at E3, you have something to show. You know what I'm saying? They just want they're doing their thing, and that's fine. That's fine. They can do it. They can do whatever they want. You know what I mean? But I don't know if it's a smart move or a bad move because I don't know. I really don't know. But I will say that I think they would reach more of the core gamer that they're missing if they did a live, stage show. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Wolfflow, what do you think of this? Do you think Nintendo's making a smart move, doing their own thing, still being at E3, but not taking the main stage?
Well, I think it's hard to say, really. I like what they're doing with the Future Shop kind of deal they're doing there. They're kind of reaching out to the casuals, right?
Yeah.
As far as E3, I don't know. I think maybe they don't have a whole lot to show, so they don't really want to come out and show what they have. I really don't know, man. But maybe this was next year. I don't know.
Yeah, that's true. What do you think, Mr. T? What do you think on this whole thing?
I don't get this whole lot to show thing. All right, let me just say that E3, and from the standpoint of all the companies, they've been trying to diminish it for years. They've been trying to lower their booth presences because they were feeling like it was getting out of hand as far as the costs and the production and all that. And so I don't know. I'm kind of surprised that people are so surprised by this, I guess, because this is something they've been trying to do for years, all companies. But as far as the hardcore gamers, I would say that we are all hardcore gamers, and as far as us, we're gonna know what's going on at E3. We're not gonna an hour presentation in the scheme of a 3-4 day show. I mean, what is that really? That's not really that much. We're talking about an hour presentation. So as far as I wasn't sure about the whole direct thing until they actually did it last year, and I was like, okay, I don't think it's fully there yet. I think it's a step in the right direction, but they need to work on it more, and I think that's what we're gonna get this year. I think we're gonna get the full step this year. And last year's direct was 40 minutes of straight game talk. Straight games. True. So, if you look at the live presentations of other companies, if they get an hour and a half, a lot of that is fluff. You got people dancing. You got, celebrities talking about this and that. You got, maybe there's a demo of Call of Duty or whatever in there, and that lasts for 10, 20 minutes. So, Nintendo's trying to be more focused. They're trying to get rid of the business stuff, haha, we're doing better than these guys crap, which doesn't matter or shouldn't matter anyway to the gamer, and they're trying to make it more focused. So I mean, I don't understand why people need to see a bunch of journalists cheering to get excited about games. They're journalists. I don't care about their opinions. It's about me as a gamer. So
Yeah, that's true. My whole take on the whole thing is E3 is about where all gamers get together and they see other companies that they don't normally follow. If they're all about, if they're on Microsoft's side or Sony's side or Nintendo, at least you have all the same gamers in the room. And that will attract the people that has left Nintendo to go to Sony and Microsoft. Maybe they might see a game on Nintendo that they're like, wow, I need to get back into it. Nintendo doing their own thing, to me, is just going to have Nintendo gamers following them, the hardcore gamers like myself, like you, like Old Dirty, like all. I mean, like I don't know what vvolfflow plays, like if it's Sony or Microsoft, but I'm just saying the people that are really into Nintendo, they're going to know what Nintendo's doing at E3. But like on the other hand, I don't think your average person that just games on Sony or Microsoft might not follow Nintendo or whatever. That
I just want to say real quick.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I just want to say this real quick because you made me think of something. I think a lot of times Nintendo gets accused of catering to casuals. Actually, I think they don't. I think they cater to Nintendo fans, which are hardcore Nintendo fans, and the casual gamer is on a Sony or Microsoft system because the Call of Duty guys or the Madden only guys, those guys would rather play that on a Sony system or Xbox, or what I'm saying. So
yeah.
So you're right about that. I think a lot of times Nintendo focuses a lot on their own core fan base, which is good for us, but it's not as good for them on a whole. So they need to try to find that middle ground. I don't think a press conference at E3 is gonna make all that much difference. So. That's just
do you think Nintendo's problem is the advertising? That's what I think, the advertising. Like, you don't see many commercials. I mean, I know they're supposed to have, like, a year of advertising for Mario Kart 8, but you haven't... I mean, I didn't see no advertising at all for Wonderful 101 as big as a game that was supposed to be.
Hey, I'm right with you. I complained about they didn't push that game, and you wonder why it didn't sell. And for the Wii, see, I have this weird theory about why they didn't advertise as much, and it's just this is me thinking from a business standpoint. We all know that the Wii U, up until probably a month ago, was selling at a loss, and this is me, trying to think what they're thinking. I think that. Now, hang with me here. I think that they didn't want, they weren't too concerned about selling Wii U's initially because they were losing money on them. And I just think the weird frugal nature of Nintendo that they could actually, that would be something they actually would try to do is, okay, we'll sell what we can sell. We're not gonna spend too much money on the marketing until we actually turn a profit on this console. Then we'll be concerned about selling. I think E3 will be the relaunch of the Wii U for Nintendo.
I could see that. I think it's do or die for the Wii U this year, whether it's going to really shine or if it's just going to... I don't think the Wii U is going anywhere. This is what I told the Old Dirty yesterday. I said if they dropped the Wii U, you would have, like, what are they at, 6 million sold or something like that? I don't follow too much of the sales.
Yeah, 6.1 million.
Yeah, you would have 6.1 million Wii U owners, Nintendo longtime fans pissed off that they just dropped this unit and made a new one. I don't see that happening. I don't see them dropping the Wii U. It's going to go on for its lifespan, which is, what, 6 years or so?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Somewhere. I don't think that's ever going to happen. You have so many people claiming that they're going to, that next year we're going to see this. Well, I heard a lot of people claiming this year we're going to see a new console.
No.
It's not going to happen.
No. I mean, look at the GameCube. We had the GameCube, and that stood around for what, 5-6 years. So if they can hold on to the GameCube, they'll hold on to Wii U and maximize the profits out of it. They're gonna do that.
Right. And another thing.
You go, Old Dirty.
Another thing to touch on what you said, Dave, when you said that Nintendo just doing this live event like a direct, like they did last year. You were saying that only Nintendo fans is really going to see it, but I kind of see it different. Not just the Nintendo fans going to watch it, but you had the Sony and the Microsoft fanboys that's going to watch it, so they can make videos. You know what I'm saying, to say that Nintendo didn't show nothing, that was garbage, because it was a lot of them that watched it last year. You know what I'm saying, so they could do videos. So you got the best of both worlds going to watch it, see what's going on with Nintendo, because apparently they curious of what Nintendo was doing. Because if you hate Nintendo so much, you wouldn't follow them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You wouldn't care less. You would care about what other company, you know, you like. So apparently they care, or they want to know what Nintendo is doing for some odd reason.
And already you can see some of the quote-unquote Nintendo haters buying Wii U's in this community. So it's already starting to happen.
One thing I don't understand, Mr. T, you have some of these people that are here on YouTube that were cheering the Wii U up, and I've been noticing a lot of, I'm not mentioning any names, but Nate's one of them, that went and sold their Wii U right when fucking Mario Kart 8's about to drop, but the whole time they're cheering the Wii U on, and then they drop it when about time Mario Kart 8's going to drop. A lot of people I follow, you know, especially, I'm not dissing like a critical, what's their player essence, but I watched, what's that guy's name with the red hair?
To my Braden Cole.
Yeah, he cheered the Wii U on. I was telling Old Dirty for the whole time since it's been out, and now he just sold his Wii U right when Mario Kart 8's going to drop, and he's some hardcore Nintendo fan. Does that make any sense?
Well, I mean, obviously, I'm going to be a little biased because he's in my network, but I mean, I'm not saying this is for him. I think this is for some people. Some people, you know, time here and there have financial issues, you know.
Yeah.
Because the Wii U is the newest system they bought, and they don't really have that much investment in it or that many games. They feel, well, I can sell this. I can come back at some point, but I need the money now, and I don't really have that many games for it anyway, so it won't hurt that much. So I can get rid of it.
I never looked at it that way. That's true. I see.
I think that's
GameStop gives you 185 now for the Wii U. I mean, unless you're selling it, like Nate claimed that he sold his Wii U and got all his money back. I don't think so. I think he got like maybe $100 and something for it, but he, you know, I just don't see how Nate. Well, I'm not bashing Nate or anything, but I've seen other people on the internet do this. They cheer Nintendo up and then they go sell their Wii U. But you're losing money every time you're selling it and buying it back. It don't make any sense.
And you're making GameStop rich in the process.
Yeah, making GameStop. And I really don't like GameStop anymore, really. I go there, but it's just a mixed feelings about GameStop. They didn't leak any information on Nintendo, though, right, on E3. Now, Microsoft and Sony had information leaked this week, but no Nintendo news has been leaked what they're going to show at E3, right?
No. I think Nintendo is being really tight-lipped, and I think you're not gonna hear anything until that event happens, because I think they want to surprise and shock and all everybody.
What do you think about Sony? And I think a lot of this is true. It seems it's like legit that they're gonna push out Gran Turismo 6 with 1080p, 60 frames a second. Is that I'm not really. I never was big into Gran Turismo. I'm a Sony fan, but I was like, man, it seems to me that they're, trying to push a lot of games from last generation that I think they should have saved for the release of PlayStation 4, like Last of Us, that should have been saved for maybe a exclusive to come out when the PS4 came out. Same with God of War, that they're going to do with Ascensions, I heard. They're going to 1080p, 60 frames a second. Is that all people care about this generation?
Well, it seems that way. I mean, I agree with you 100%. Like, if God of War Ascension and what was the other? Last of Us, if that was out on PS4, right, and it didn't come out on PS3, I'd have bought a PS4 by now.
Yeah.
But I'm holding out because I haven't seen anything that makes me want to make that leap yet. But I'm eventually come around. But yeah, I think this speaks a lot about, for one thing, backwards compatibility. They talked about the architecture and this, but I think they knew from the beginning that this is what they were going to do. They were going to pop out, quote unquote, advanced versions of games that they just released. So they wanted to make that extra money. And
yeah, the blueprint's out already. It's been going on since last generation. So, I mean, why put backwards compatibility when you can resell a better version of the game, for money? So.
I mean, luckily I didn't play God of War Ascensions. I didn't get to play. I played the other God of Wars, but I never got to play Ascension. So I'll pick it up. It sucks to pick it up at $60 though. Like, I just beat Tomb Raider Definitive Version yesterday, and I had mixed feelings about the game. It's a good game, but I never played it, so I got to experience it like a new experience. But I feel sorry for the people that went out and bought a PS4 to play the same game they might have played last generation, just in a better frame rate and in 1080p. It's just kind of stupid to me. I think they should have saved those games, you know, and for like exclusives for launch. You know, if they would have came out like you said with The Last of Us, God of War Ascensions, what's another one? Oh, Gran Turismo 6 they're redoing, and they're gonna make that 1080p. PlayStation would have been on fire right now.
Oh yeah. It's 7 million to be at 14 probably.
But like the old dirty, you said yesterday, they want to sell to a bigger install base and pick up more money. That's why they did it that way, right? That's what you felt.
Well, yeah, that's why I felt like I kind of seen like the strategy that Sony was doing. Sony like, okay, we got a big install base, like 80+ million with the PS3. Let's put these games over here so we can make this money. Now, when the PS4 comes out, we already know and we already listen to fanboys that always just talk about graphics. Let's resell it to them, you know what I'm saying, for 60, 50 bucks. Because we know they're going to buy because it's on the next gen system. All we got to do is talk about frame rate and smooth graphics. They're going to eat it up. And that's what these fanboys are doing. You know, when I read the comment section, you know, a guy said that, oh, you know, I brought The Last of Us on the PS3 and beat it. But I'll buy it on the PS4 when it comes out so I could just experience the graphics. Like, the game was ugly. Like, he was saying, like, the game was so ugly on the PS3. Like, that don't even make sense.
The game is gorgeous on PS3. I don't know what.
Yeah. So he want to experience, I guess, smoother textures. So, you know what I'm saying? I would rather say, you know what? I would rather have The Last of Us 2 come out on the PS4. And then I can enjoy those graphics with a new story, you know what I'm saying, or a new gameplay or whatever.
Right.
Not the same damn game with better textures. And here's another one I was telling Dave. I said, Square Enix said that they was disappointed in the sales of Tomb Raider for PS3 and Xbox 360. It didn't sell well, and I think they said they wanted to make a sequel, but they didn't. But then you turn around and make a definitive version for both the new generations with a small install base, but you won't put it on Wii U. That don't make sense.
And I think it would have sold more on Wii U than anything else.
Yeah, it would have. And it still didn't sell that well on the PS4 and Xbox One. So what the hell was you thinking? Like, why did you do it? You know what I'm saying? You just said it didn't sell well on the other two generations, last generation. So why would you redo it but still skip the Wii U? Don't make sense.
What do you think, vvolfflow, what do you think about all this? Are you happy with a 1080p game? Like, do you agree? Do you think those games should have been saved for the PS4, you know, instead of being released again? Like, what do you think?
Well, I think part of it is that they want to sell to all the people that came over to PS4, because a lot of people did. And so they see that there's a market there, and if they're selling them, then they're going to keep doing this shit. I would rather have a new sequel, something like that. I don't know, it doesn't make that much difference. It's not worth paying another $60 for, that's for sure.
Well, I'll be honest. I'm a Sony fan. I used to be big with Microsoft until I got the Ring of Death so many times. But I think I'm gonna get an Xbox One. There's a lot of games that are coming that I'm seeing that, like, especially that Sunset Overdrive. I think it looks really cool. I like the Wii. I'm a Nintendo fan. I wasn't happy with the Wii generation. I didn't like where they went with all that. GameCube it was when it went too kiddie for me with Nintendo. But I thought the Wii U was going to be all third-party support and everything. And I seen Call of Duty. I seen Batman Armored Edition, and then the whole third-party drop. That's a whole other topic I want to get into a little later on in the podcast. But pretty much where I'm going with this, I didn't get to play The Last of Us. I mean, I got to play The Last of Us, but when I sold my PS3, how PS4 is going right now with games, I'll be happy to have The Last of Us. I sold my PS3 because I was ready for the new generation. I thought we were going to have all these games. I didn't know it was going to be all indie games. Like, Like, and now I'm sitting here wishing I had a PS3. That has never happened before. When I went from PS1 to PS2, I did not look back at PS1. When I went from PS2 to PS3, I kind of didn't look back at PS2. You know what I'm saying? This generation's such a rough start with all these systems. I'll be happy to have The Last of Us because I sold my PS3 and I've been almost tempted to buy another PS3 just to get back on that multiplayer. That would keep me occupied, sad to say, until the PS4 gets going. Which I think this E3 with this whole leak they showed of like they're having like a siphon filter come back out. I think they're rebooting that franchise. A lot of good games looks like it's coming to be shown at E3. But right now, I think the PS4 is having a really rough start. And it's really sad to say that I'm happy about The Last of Us coming to the PS4 so I can play the multiplayer again because I don't have my PS3. You know? I mean, the whole thing with the Wii U is I will be happy when Mario Kart 8 drops because I love Mario Kart and I've always been wanting to play that game online because the last Mario Kart I played was Double Dash, so I never got to experience the Mario Kart online. And I'll be happy. I'll finally have an online game for the Wii U, you know? Right. But were you impressed with that? Did you see any of the leak, like any of the information that they leaked? They leaked like a siphon filter supposedly coming for Sony. You know, they talked about possibly, what else? There was something else big that they showed. The Last Guardian might be shown.
That's never coming out. So
I think this E3 is going to be pretty good if this information is correct. You know, you never know. You got to take it with a grain of salt, just like anything. But did you look at any of the E3? Who do you think it looks like out of the two, out of PS4 and Xbox One, has a better leak information? Do you think the Xbox One's, Microsoft's conference will be better, or Sony's?
Who are you asking?
Anybody who wants to go. I don't want to. I'm letting anybody go on that one.
Oh, I didn't look at the leaks. So.
Yeah, me either.
Oh, you didn't look. None of you looked at the leaks.
Well, I heard about the leaks through a filter, a YouTuber, but yeah. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, I feel like at this point right now, Xbox One has the potential to have the best or the better of the two E3s. For me, they've shown more coming. And as far as what might happen with Rare, because I'm a Nintendo, so I love some Rare. So I'm hoping that something comes out of Rare.
What do you think they're gonna? What are you predicting that they're gonna show for, like, Nintendo? Since they didn't leak anything, what do you think Nintendo is gonna show? I'm assuming everybody knows, and this is my assumption, that we will see the Zelda U. We're gonna finally see it.
Yeah. To me, that's gonna happen for sure. You're gonna get Zelda. You're gonna get the next Zelda. You're gonna get Hyrule Warriors. You're gonna get survivors of more Bayonetta 2. Bayonetta 2 and X. X will probably get a name finally, and a release date, maybe a release window at least. It's coming out this year. X and Bayonetta 2 are coming out this year, so we're probably gonna get release dates on those two games for sure. Well, I'm thinking we're gonna get something from Rare, or not Rare, Retro. A hint at what they're working on, or probably I'm thinking might be Star Fox. I think everybody wants Metroid, but I think Retro has been working on Star Fox. And Nintendo is gonna give us a few surprises. I think they're gonna announce a game that coming out this year that's gonna really show what the gamepad's about. The potential of it. And maybe they've been talking about dual gamepad games, so maybe we'll see some of that too. So I'm excited to see what they're gonna do.
Yeah, that I was pretty impressed with that. It's this kind. I don't know what they're gonna be giving you, but I don't know. I think a totally different thing. With the Nintendo, I think we're gonna see a Zelda U. I think we might possibly see a Metroid. And like you said, or Star Fox. But, I would like to see some new IPs, since the whole third-party thing is kind of missing in action with Wii U. Maybe we might see some third-party people get on board. What do you think, vvolfflow, about this whole thing? What do you think Nintendo's going to show at E3? I have a question. My bad. Are you a Nintendo fan, Sony fan, or Microsoft fan? I don't even know.
Sony, man.
Okay, okay.
Yeah. But I just actually tried a Wii U last weekend, and I was fucking amazed, man. I totally misjudged the Wii U. The thing is so fucking responsive.
Do you think the Wii U's as bad as people say, or is it you found it good?
No, man, it's amazing. I wish they had achievements, to be honest with you. But I don't know about E3 or their whatever Direct. I have no idea, man. I didn't even really know when they're gonna have their Direct or anything like that. So
the Direct is, I know the E3's, I know Sony's going first. Microsoft's gonna, no, not Sony. Microsoft's going at 9:30 in the morning, and Sony, I think, was 6. But I don't know the date. And then when is Nintendo going? Are they going before, like a couple days before or after?
Nintendo's going on the 10th. I'm not sure what time. I think it's in the afternoon, but it's on the 10th.
No, it's in the morning. It's gonna be the 10th in the morning.
It's in the morning.
Yeah.
But is it going to be a Direct, or is it going to be just a live performance? Like, what is it called this year?
All I see, that's all I see.
It's called a digital event, so I think.
Oh, a digital event.
I think it's going to incorporate some live stuff with like a digital Direct. That's what I'm thinking they're going to do. I think somebody's going to come out and say some stuff, and then you're going to get a video of this and this and that, and maybe somebody else come out and say some stuff and you get a video. I just think it's going to be more focused than you would get from a press conference, where you talk about numbers and all that stuff.
Yeah, I think that'd be better.
Yeah.
In my opinion, I don't know. I'm tired of the whole fanboy bullshit. Like, just, if you follow the whole Xbox One versus PS4, and it's a gaming company. You're gonna always find a game you like. It is fun, the whole console war thing, but it gets old after a while to me.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't hate any company at all. I mean, there was problems I had with Microsoft with the whole Ring of Death, but I see the Xbox One. I finally got to play one at Best Buy, dude, and I really like it. I'm sorry, I'll probably get one. And I like my PS4. I just wish it would get more games, kind of like my Wii U, But that's just how my feelings are the whole thing. What's going on with this whole Nintendo making? I hate to keep bringing up Nintendo, but you're Nintendo guys too. What's the thing with Nintendo making new consoles for the Western market? Did you hear about that?
Is that what was that leaked thing that was on the website or whatever?
Yeah, Nintendo's going to make new consoles, but they're not going to give them a Wii U. They're going to give them a whole new console.
That would be stupid if they did that. Which I
don't think that's going to happen.
Yeah, I was trying to look for it, but I couldn't really find anything on it about it.
I seen that info that was on Stone Fox Media. He did on a video, but like I was telling the old dirty, I was like, some of these people are so into finding some kind of information to make a video. They'll get some damn information from some Spanish website or some website in Egypt. You don't even know if it's fucking real or not,
Right. Like I do maybe 2 videos a week, and so. And these guys, they're doing maybe 2 videos a day, so they need content like that. And I think, I hate speculating on rumors because 90% of the time.
Nintendo did address it. They said that it's going to be like a handheld or some type of deal for. It was for like the people that don't have that much money. Like, that's what they came out. Like, it was going to be a whole new thing.
Yeah, I was thinking initially it was going to be like maybe a Wii U revision, or maybe even another 3DS revision. But they still have that quality of life thing they're working on, and I thought maybe it's that's going to be some kind of console for a particular type of fan, a particular type of person that's into their health and their mental health, and because Nintendo's trying to branch out and do something different.
Yeah.
So
I think that's exactly it.
Yeah, I think that's what it's going to be.
And another thing, Nintendo took a $457 million loss. Is that big to you, or it don't really matter to me? Like, people are making such a big deal about this. Is that
Well, here's the thing. They spent $100 million on this secret, thing. They bought like I can't remember exactly what it was called. Some kind of mobile, not mobile, but some kind of technology they just bought. They just bought up some company or something. I can't remember what it is right now. Somebody can look it up. But they spent $100 million on that, and they've been hiring like crazy lately. And obviously, they were losing up until recently on the Wii U hardware. So I'm not surprised. I think everybody knew that they were gonna. But again, this is just their operating loss. They might still make an overall profit. That's when people get all mired and don't understand that this is how much money they lost as far as the operating, the operations go. But their company as a whole has been making a small profit, as a whole overall.
Yeah.
So, some people will leave that out because they want to serve their agendas, but yeah, I mean, I'm not surprised. I guarantee you by next year they'll be making a operating profit for sure, because like the Wii U's are selling at a profit now, and with Smash Brothers and Mario Kart and X and Bayonetta 2 and even Hyrule Warriors, I think Hyrule Warriors is going to do well, especially in Japan. So they're going to be back to profit by next fiscal year.
You have to take everything with a grain of salt.
Right.
I can't hear Dave right now.
Oh, he's.
Oh, not this again.
Yeah, I can't hear you.
Here we go.
Oh, not only can I not hear him, he's just kind of frozen on screen.
And we're missing Lawrence too. He might need an invite.
Nah, he kept popping in and out. I don't
Yeah.
think he wants to really be in it.
Technical difficulties. Please stand by.
Right.
So,
Hey!
The thing that I don't want to see at E3, which is we all going to see, is virtual reality.
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah, they're gonna show that shit off.
Oh my god.
I honestly don't think, what do they call Oculus? I don't think they're that concerned with doing something for gaming with the Oculus. I think they used the instant, notification of gamers to make this device and to get it.
Fuck, now you're muted.
Joe? What's going on?
Hello? Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
These guys are muted though. Messed up.
I don't know.
I can't hear none of them.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can
Yeah, I
hear
can
you
hear
now.
Okay.
Just us.
I don't know what happened. What was the last thing you heard?
You were talking about Oculus.
Yeah, I was just saying. I don't think that they're that concerned with gaming. I think they used gamers to get instant media coverage, because with Facebook acquiring them, I think they want to go a different route. I think they're trying to be probably a home entertainment type of deal, maybe even for movies and stuff. So you might see a few games using it, but I don't think that many gamers are that excited by it. I was at PAX. I was at PAX East 2014 this year, and people that were I didn't go through the line because it was too damn long, but people that were coming out were like, yeah, it's kind of cool. They weren't overly impressed. So I don't know.
Hey Dave, try talking now. Nah.
No, we can't hear you.
Yeah, I hear you about that whole VR thing, man. It's just another gimmick right now.
Yeah.
They don't have any games for it or anything like that. It's gonna take a long time before something like that picks up.
I
Right.
just want to see that during the conference. That's all I'm saying. Unless it's necessary, unless it's something that they have games for it. Everything is full fledged. Then whatever, but I don't want to see that this year.
No, I don't. Yeah, because think about it. I mean, it's not like it's like trying to explain 3D, you know, to a viewing audience. You can't do it unless they see it. You know, they got to be able to experience for themselves. You know, so it's not really that effective to say, yeah, look at this game with using Oculus Rift, and it's like, okay, I can
That's
see
the
a
point.
first-person view, but you don't really experience it unless the thing is on your head and you hear the sounds coming through the speakers. So
Not
Yeah.
interested.
They almost have to do it at the store.
yeah,
Like show it off at GameStop or whatever.
yeah, they're gonna need some demos out there because that's the only way,
Yeah.
you know, and that's expensive. So, but they got Facebook behind them now, so you know, who knows?
Yeah.
Fuck, I hate Facebook, man.
Yeah, I barely use it myself. But, so you're a Sony. You say you're a Sony fan, right? And you recently played the Wii U,
Yeah, first time, man.
and you thought it was real cool.
Yeah, I liked it. I was playing around with the touch thing,
Mhm.
and everything was just loading so fast. It was so responsive. It loaded every YouTube video like that. It was
Yeah.
better than my i7 core, whatever GeForce 350 laptop, man.
Yeah.
Sweet.
And it wasn't always that way. In the beginning, it was pretty slow, but over time, they fixed the kinks in the operating system, and it's much faster now. So yeah, and I feel that your experience would be the experience of a lot of fools on here if they actually
Hey, so-
meet with the thing themselves instead of just going by what their favorite YouTuber says about it.
Right.
You know.
Oh yeah, there's so much misinformation. You
Yeah.
have to take everything with a grain of salt now.
Yeah. And yeah, I think we're actually, I forgot to mention this, is that you were talking about cheats and whatnot. I think we're going to get that. Oh, there he is.
Hey. We can hear you now.
He's back.
I'm just gonna do it like this, going. Yeah, I'm using my tablet right now for some reason. I just logged in, and that's what I did. I'm sorry, it's messing up. I'll just do it this way. I'll have two accounts going.
Good
Yeah, I don't know the
workaround.
point.
Yeah,
The
you're right.
upside
microphone
down.
shuts off, and
You're on the ceiling, fools.
hold on.
There you go.
Hold on. Wait a second. Yeah, but thanks for keeping the podcast going. It's been a mess this week. I don't know. It keeps shutting my volume out. It's just, or my microphone, not volume. All right. So what were we talking about?
We was asking vvolfflow about his thoughts on actually playing the Wii U, and we talked about the Oculus too from Sony.
I didn't get into the whole Oculus thing. It's the whole virtual reality. That can go anyway. You never know until they perfect that. That could be a mess when it comes out. You know.
Yeah.
That's just my opinion on it.
My not during the press conference. I don't want to see none of that shit. So
Yeah, man, I think it's cool, you know, like I said. But are you really going to go through all your games with that headset on? You know, over your eyes? I mean,
Right.
Well, I look at it like
it's going to get old.
I look at it like 3D TV. Are you gonna really sit there with some glasses on all the time and watch movies and shit? That's why, to me, I think it failed.
Right. And not only that, they were trying to push TV shows in 3D. Like, really? Like, I care about watching The Price is Right in 3D. I mean,
Hey, and you get to see that wheel spin in 3D.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I'm trying to think some other things. What about all these game delays that's going on? Dying Light just got delayed, and I was pretty hyped about that game. That was going to be on 360, I think, Xbox One, PS4, and PS3. it got delayed until February 2015. It was just supposed to come out. It was supposed to come out in the next couple months. Elder Scrolls Online got delayed for six more months after that game, Mad Max. All these games are getting delayed.
See, I don't mind that because the games aren't ready yet. Wait till they're done and then release them. At the same time, you can only do that shit so much, and then you gotta say that's enough. How many times are you gonna delay it? I don't know.
From what I've seen with the whole Dying Light, that was supposed to be like, a lot of people are calling this game a sequel to Dead Island. Pretty much the game, they let Angry Joe review it and a couple other YouTubers, and they had like mixed feelings about it, and I just think they went back to the drawing board and added, fixed what's wrong with it, and I think it's a good thing, man, actually, and there's a lot of people upset that game is delayed. It's delayed for a while till February of 2015. I don't know, that was just a big game coming that I was hyped for. That's just me. I don't know.
I don't know why everybody, is upset about it being delayed. I'd rather have a game delayed than, you send out a game that I need 18 patches every time I put it in my system and I cut it on. I'm kind of used to it just from Nintendo days, from especially the 64. They used to delay games, all the time. So it's like I'm kind of used to it because I'm spoiled when Nintendo, put out the game. It don't have all those glitches and bugs and patches that you need, you know what I'm saying? It's just, I can put the game in and get the playing, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, if the game is not finished, I think developers just should delay it. Stop trying to push it out because consumers want the game. No, we don't want an unfinished game. We want a finished game with less patches and hiccups.
You don't want that.
I agree 100%. I'm with you on
Just
that.
Stop giving us fake release dates. That's the thing.
Well, that's what it seems like. They give you a release date. The reason I'm upset about it is because I was actually hyped for this game, and it was supposed to come out within the next month or two, and there hasn't been many games on the PS4. And with that being delayed, I'm like, wow, man, what do we got right now to look forward to? Indie games, which I don't find indie games that bad. Like, they just released Daylight, which you can't complain. The game's $9. It did get a bad review. It's like they gave it a 3 at GameSpot, but it's $3. It's a $10 game. You can't go wrong with that. But it got a 3 for review. I mean, some people think they're thinking these indie games are like AAA exclusives. That's what they're assuming, that they're like going to be these big games. I mean, the reason that, I watched the video on Dying Light when it got delayed till February 2015. People said that was like a big AAA game that was coming, and that being delayed, it's there ain't really much, coming. There's not much coming right now, and that was a game people were looking forward to. That's why they're upset. Same thing with Mad Max.
Wow, looks sweet.
It does look like a good game. That's why, and for me, those games I do want to play on the PS4 because it has the better, graphics, and, I do want to experience on the best thing I can. But like I was telling the old Dirty, if they had those games on the Wii U and did shit with the gamepad, it would be, I would probably get that version just for that,
Right.
Then they're making a big deal about Watch Dogs is confirmed by Sony 1080p 60 frames a second. Do you think that's going to be, is that what we're going to get, or do you think it's going to be something different when it comes out?
Hey, it might.
To be honest with you, it doesn't matter if the game is good. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, how much better is it going to look? The graphics of the game are only so good. So even if it's displayed at 1080p 60 frames per second, the graphics might not be that good looking.
Well, I heard Sony doing this stuff is sacrificing a lot in the game. Like, the game don't run that good. It's kind of choppy on a lot of games for them just wanting to get a game at 1080p. Like, I heard the whole thing with The Last of Us, they can't fit it on a Blu-ray. They're having problems right now fitting that on a Blu-ray disc to get it at 1080p 60 frames a second. Did you hear about that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard about that, I think yesterday or the day before, and my thoughts on it is kind of like, really? Like, Blu-ray is what, like double, is what, like 50 gigs? So, okay, I haven't played The Last of Us. Like I said, my PS3 is kind of iffy, so I don't want to buy games for it and be pissed that I can't finish the game. But just from looking at it, it's not a big open world where you can just walk anywhere. You got hidden walls, invisible walls where you can't walk. So how's this game can't fit, on the PlayStation 4? I'm not
I'm
technical.
not a tech guy. I think it's the Last of Us was a pretty impressive game to where I heard a lot of PS3s were overheating to run that game. I didn't have no problems with it on my end. My PS3 didn't get hot or nothing, but I heard a lot of people's PS3s got really hot running that game.
Oh,
Did you hear
yeah.
that? Or?
I like backing up all my saves every time I boot that game up. It sounds like it's gonna take off to the moon or something, man.
Wow.
Something crazy.
So it's really struggling. And so is it like struggling to read the information, or?
I
Well, I
mean,
heard they. No, you go.
it's a very long to load game. It has to initially process for like, I don't know, 10 minutes or so every time I boot it up. And then once it gets that, then it loads real fast from like scene to scene. I think there's a lot to that game. It may not be an open world, it may be real confined, but there's so many different environments in it. You go through so many different things, and I think there's a lot of mechanics as well.
Hmm.
That game period is my favorite game of last generation, and that's why I don't care that they're making a version this year. I'm awesome at that online multiplayer in that game. That's why I miss playing. I was almost tempted to get another PS3 just for that game. Oh, there's Arxel. How's it going, Arxel?
Nice.
What's going on?
I think he's on the call.
He's
Are you
muted.
in here, Arxel? I didn't mute him.
Good morning.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, there you go.
How's it going, Arxel?
I'm doing
Yeah,
fine.
but like I said, I didn't care that they are making that game because I did really enjoy playing The Last of Us. I just, that was almost made me tempted to get a PS3 again because the PS3, to me, that's my opinion, doesn't have much going on right now.
PS4 and
PS4, not mine. I'm saying PS3 again.
no, I agree.
Why are there two Daves?
Oh, because my sound's messed up. Well, I had to make it the Dave's Meat Show because the clown meat isn't in the podcast no more, so I had to bring my meat, so it's on the other can.
Okay.
So you got two Daves. You got Dave and his meat. That's what my meat looks like.
Oh boy.
My meat kind of looks the same. It's me.
But you know what? I kind of find it funny when I heard about The Last of Us not fitting on a disc for PS4, and I'm like, man, I mean, is the game kind of like Metal Gear? Because Kojima always say, I think with Metal Gear 4, he was saying that it wasn't enough space for him to do more stuff that he wanted to do. So I'm not sure if it was like audio wise or video wise with Kojima, but he liked to cram a lot of cinematic stuff in there with voice acting and everything. So I don't know. Is it a lot of talking in The Last of Us, or?
The Last of Us is an amazing game. There's a lot in it. I mean, I can understand that it takes up a lot of. I guess it does take a lot. I guess to make all these improvements and make the visuals better and all that, it is taking up a lot of space. Unless it's something else going on that they don't want to tell you, it don't make sense to me either. Because I thought Blu-rays can hold a lot of space. That's just me. I don't know. What do you think the reason is, RXL?
You know what? I have no idea. This is like the first I've heard of that it wasn't going to fit on a single disc.
Oh, GameSpot and everybody's been reporting it.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, what did like how many gigs did the PS3 version take up?
I have no idea. That's what I thought if they could fit it on the PS3, they could for sure have it run on the PS4 without how powerful it is and stuff.
Well, it's going to be the opposite. Like if they're going to put it on the PS4, it's going to be in 1080p. And that not only are the textures going to be like, a higher resolution, they're going to have a higher quality, more detailed texture. So we already know it's going to take up more space, but I had no idea it wasn't going to fit on a Blu-ray. That's the first I've seen.
Well,
I think it's going to fit on a Blu-ray.
Wouldn't you think they would just make 2 discs then? Can they do that like they did with other games, or no? Or
Yeah, they can do that.
oh, okay, that's what I would thought would be the problem to fix that. Just make 2 discs. I would never think they have to make 2 discs for Blu-ray, but that's been something going around on YouTube. I've seen it on Broken Games channel. I've seen, I think GameSpot reported, or IGN. So I don't know. I just thought it was kind of crazy. That they said that's the problem they're having, getting the game, ready to be released for the PS4. So, I guess the next. Does anybody have anything they want to talk about? Because we covered a lot of stuff that, there hasn't been much going on this week. I was going to talk about third-party support for the Wii U, why it's lacking so much since Mr. T was here, what his thoughts were on that. Like Old Dirty thought that maybe, Old Dirty was telling me yesterday maybe third-party was going to jump on board at E3 for Nintendo. Right? Wasn't that what you said, Old Dirty, or no?
That's what I was hoping, because like I was telling you the other day, I was like, I don't understand how these different companies, especially EA, gets on stage and say, oh, we're bringing Battlefield 4, we're bringing all these wonderful games to the Wii U, and then you have, other companies like Ubisoft and Bethesda and all them talking about, oh, the gamepad is so wonderful, the things we can do, the creative, and then a few months later, the fallout with EA, and now the rest of the third party is like, they don't want to bring games, and that's what I don't understand. You can bring games for the original Wii with no problem, but the Wii U, to me, I don't understand. It's something that we're not being told as consumers, as customers. You know what I'm saying?
Well, like yesterday, you're showing me all these Wii games to pick up because I got a Wii U. You're like, if you miss these games, they're really good. You showed me Mad World and a couple other ones, and I was like, yeah, man, I'll pick them up for sure. But, like, it's crazy. You see all that third-party support that you're just showing me at your house, and that the Wii U doesn't even have, you couldn't even show that many games for the Wii U if you wanted to. You know what I'm saying? There's no third party for the Wii U like we were promised. It's just crazy that the regular Wii had all that third-party support. I just don't know why they don't got it,
Yeah, that's what I was trying to understand. But then, you have guys that make videos that, Nintendo don't got third-party support, but you just seen the damn video, the same conference that I seen, that they was all up there, expressing how they like the Wii U and the controller and what they can do with upcoming games. And now all of a sudden it's like, when the deal went sour with EA, it seemed like everybody damn near left and said, you know what, we don't want to make games for the Wii U, or this engine can't run on the Wii U. Yes, the fucking engine can. Like, the damn engine can damn near run on the PS4 and Xbox One. So what's the damn difference?
That's lip service.
That's lip service.
Well, the reason you don't see a lot of third party on the Wii U is because it takes like 3 times as long.
Right.
To put coding in for the Wii U, so you're asking developers to put in 3 times the work for way less money.
Yeah, companies are trying to maximize their profits with the minimal effort, and I can't really blame them for that. But in a lot of companies you were saying, they only company that promised anything was EA. They promised games. Those other guys were, oh, this gamepad is awesome, blah blah blah. But they weren't saying they were bringing any games. They were just saying that they liked the gamepad. But as far as EA goes, I think we all know, us hardcore gamers, we all know it was the Origin deal that fell through, and they got pissed off and they ran away, and that's why it didn't happen. And that hurt Nintendo, because obviously Nintendo was expecting a better operating system. We probably would have had achievements and all that stuff that people won't. But EA wanted to control the whole, the online business for the Wii U, and Nintendo, decided they didn't want that to happen. So, I mean, this is, you know, this is nothing new, especially for a Nintendo fan. If you've been around since N64, it's been going this way. And as far as the Wii having more games on it is because it was cheap. You know, the Wii U had more third party because it was a lot cheaper to make games on the Wii than it is the Wii U. So,
And plus, the system sold a lot of copies, a lot of units. So
yeah, and then, of course the install base didn't hurt either. So, but yeah, I mean, EA will come back because EA has done this before. They did it on N64, they did it on GameCube, and now they're doing it on the Wii U. So, you know, this is what they do when it comes to Nintendo. You know.
So you think third party will come back to the Wii U? Right now they're not with the Wii U, but they will once the Wii U gets it. Do you think if Mario Kart 8 sells a bunch of units and bumps up that install base, you just pretty much are saying the install base is the problem, right?
Well, you know, I want to say that, but I can't really because look at the 3DS. 3DS has what 43 million, 45 million, somewhere around there, and it's mostly because of the first party.
Yeah.
Nobody seems to care. So this is where I guess I get my Nintendo fanboyish, and I'm like, well, I want to say, you know, that it's just the fan base or it's just the install base, but you look at 3DS and you don't see anybody making games for it. Third parties making games for it, so you can't just say, oh, it's just the install base. It's just a business reason why they're not supporting Nintendo systems.
Yeah. Like Old Dirty was saying yesterday, he said, what were you saying about the whole third party, Old Dirty? I don't know. You mentioned some good stuff. I can't quite remember it. We were talking for like 3 hours about the whole thing. I just think the whole thing is, I think that Nintendo with third party, I think it is the install base, and I think eventually when the install base gets bigger, it will get better. But if Mario Kart 8 and Super Smash Bros. U don't sell, do you think that, you know, what could make their install base better? Do you think that the new Zelda is going to do it or something? Or what's going to do it to make the install base bigger?
I think what's it's going to take, it's probably going to take this event that they're going to do next month, because it's really just going to take Nintendo to really show you what the Wii U can actually do within the gamepad and graphic-wise. It's going to take Nintendo to show everybody, you know what I'm saying, get them a slap in the face, you know what I'm saying, because Nintendo showed us with damn near every console. I don't know about the NES, what game like Nintendo actually showed what the NES can really do, but during the end of the life cycle of Super Nintendo, what did they show us? You know what I'm saying? That really pushed the Super Nintendo in graphic wise, and that was Donkey Kong Country. You know what I'm saying? And then when you look at like the GameCube, what really pushed the GameCube graphics was Resident Evil 4 because it was built from the ground up using damn near all its power. You know what I'm saying? I can't really think on what game really pushed the N64 graphic wise to show you like Nintendo systems have the capability to really push.
That'd be Mario 64.
Okay,
that was the game.
There you go, Mario 64. So when people say, "Oh, you know, because it don't got 8 gigs, it can't push graphics. They don't have power." Like Nintendo always got hidden powers in their system, but it just takes them to show you and smack everybody else in the face. You know what I'm saying? To like, look, the system can do it. You just didn't want to sit down. You know what I'm saying? As developers, which is your job to maximize, you know, our console.
Right. And graphically, that's an argument that, you know, us hardcore fans, you know, fans and fanboys, we talk about. That gets us, you know, jumping around. I guess some of us anyway. But as far as like the mass, you know, market, they want a reason to upgrade, if you will. It's not just about the graphics. They want a reason to say, okay, this is why I should buy a Wii U. And, you know, they really haven't had that yet. I mean, yeah, there are a couple of games that came out. Obviously, Mario 3D World. But, people, you know, it's Mario. So people feel like they don't really need it, you know. But, you know, when Super Nintendo came out, you had Super Mario World, which was, you know, leaps and bounds ahead of, you know, the Marios on NES. And then in 64, you had Super Mario 64, which again, you're going from 2D to 3D. So there was this big wow moment, and the analog controller and all that stuff. And then I think it's telling because you get to GameCube, and yeah, the games were prettier, but Mario Sunshine didn't destroy Mario 64 as far as gameplay wise, and
Right.
I think that's what hurt the GameCube initially, is that these games were prettier, but there was no wow factor, no, oh, this is something completely different. And then you got the Wii, and you got that, oh, this is wow, this is a completely different thing going on here. And with Wii U, I think Wii U is the perfect analogy as far as going from N64 to GameCube. I think you're going from Wii to Wii U is a similar thing. This is evolution versus revolution, whereas the Wii was a revolution. The Wii U is just an evolution. So they need a revolutionary game to get people hype about it, and hopefully we'll get something from E3 for that.
And I feel like game will probably be if I would say maybe Metroid. I want to say Zelda, but it might be Metroid, because if you look at Metroid, what you can kind of say Metroid is more like a mature audience, if you want to say. You know what I'm saying?
Bayonetta.
Bayonetta 2?
Maybe, I don't know. Pretty good.
I think they should bring out a Zelda with like some voice acting instead of this whole dialogue bullshit that's been going on for years.
No.
You don't want no voice. You don't like me and Old Dirty were talking yesterday. He said if they did come out with a Link with a voice, he said he would feel that there would be so many people that would just complain about what he sounded like. You wouldn't get everybody happy. Is that what?
Yeah.
I could agree with that, but I think Link needs a voice.
Well, you're never gonna please all Zelda fanboys. I mean, them fools can get real crazy. But I could agree that maybe you could do voices for secondary characters, but everybody but Link, because Link to me has always been about the person controlling him. I think that's what Nintendo feels, that they want you to feel like you're Link. That's why they give you the option to put your name as Link, because Link is supposed to be just a avatar, basically. For you. You're supposed to be the hero. So I think they don't want to, I think they want to keep that going. So yeah, I can see where if you want to make, secondary, characters, voiceover, that would be fine. But then again, it's got to be good, because you don't want to be turned off.
Have you guys played 3D Dot Heroes?
What is it?
3D Dot Heroes. It's kind of a tribute to the original Zelda. You get to create your own character. That's what I liked about it. So you could actually customize your hero, make him like a Dark Lord or whatever the fuck.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I never got to play that. What is it on? What console?
Yeah, I got it right here.
It's PS3 exclusive. It's a great game, similar to like the SNES Zelda.
I gotta check that out.
Okay. Yeah, I'll have to check that out for sure. Well, I'll have to get a PS3 again.
Yeah, you should, man.
I'm so tempted to get my PS3 again, because I think E3 will save everything where I want to be. I think I got my Watch Dogs pre-ordered. I got my Mario. I'll be happy at the end of this month for a while. But I think I'm just waiting on some games. I want to see some more games, some good games. I was really upset about Daylight bombing. I thought it was going to be a real good game, but they got a real bad review, so I didn't even bother. I watched Angry Joe do a Let's Play of it. I wasn't really impressed with it. I like the Whistleblower. I've been playing that for Outlast. I like that. And I got my Call of Duty DLC, which I think this is the best DLC for Ghost. If you're into Ghost and you have a PS3, or if I don't know what console you play Call of Duty on, the DLC is really good.
I just hope Watch Dogs.
But yeah, that's all the topics I got. Does anybody else got any other topics?
I just hope my PS4 will run Watch Dogs, because fanboys keep telling me multiplats don't matter, like they don't work in my PS4 or something.
Yeah.
Well, they said we brought up the whole thing about it got confirmed that Sony said that the Watch Dogs is 1080p, 60 frames a second. Is that good for you, RXL?
Nah, hardware doesn't matter, you know, when you're buying hardware.
All right, let me say something. I don't know if you guys can hear me, but I was having an argument with Blackie Lebowski, and
Well, good thing you brought him up. Oh, keep going.
he was saying how you know, the snap feature where you can like go from your TV to your game, all that other stuff, how it makes the game better. And I'm like, how the hell does not playing make the game better?
Well, Hubie, do you know that Blackie Lebowski is the Ashvillian, a guy that was supporting the Wii U for the whole time it was out, and then Black Bond got him kicked off of YouTube because he pulled out his gun collection and threatened him? I was arguing with him the other day, and he said he's going to report me as a stalker or something. I don't know, some bullshit. I said, dude, just come out and show who you are. You know what he showed? He showed his legs in the video. He wouldn't show his face. He's like, these are my legs. This is what I run with. Did you see that video?
No, I'm not subscribed to him, but I know it's actually. I'm just surprised that he's going through great lengths to not say it. It's okay if you're Ashvillian, dude. Like, if you want to start a new channel, that's fine. Just start a new channel. That's it.
Well, he just did a debate with The Truth Be Told on his channel, and it came to the point where he used as an argument. He's like, "How do you know anything about the Xbox One if you've never played a Microsoft console?" Which is true. You gotta say, if you don't never own anything to do with Microsoft, how can you have an opinion on something? So I'll give him that. But Blackie Lebowski, we watched him for a whole fucking year go on about the fucking Wii U, that it's the greatest thing since sliced bread, and now he got, he ran off of YouTube by Black Bond, and now he's back as this, like, gangster or whatever he's putting on, and he loves the Xbox One. That's a fucking fraud. That's my opinion.
Fraud alert.
That's a fraud. That's a fraud. And you know what's great, Mr. T, you know what's crazy? He's got 800 and something subs. So I got on there and I'm just trying to, I was leaving links and everything. I don't care. That to me is just, why would somebody follow somebody's opinion that's been chanting on the Wii U? And he swears he's not Ashvillian. He's like, that's not me. He said that Black Bond edited that video out with that voice in it. He's going to great lengths to prove that he's not the Ashvillian. But I mean, I don't know.
I think people watch them for a laugh. That's what I think. I can give two shits.
Yeah.
One thing I gotta give the guy, he can put on a good show. Like, he can really promote a console. Like, he promoted the Wii U and kind of stumbled. And it will happen again with the Xbox One. He'll mess up somewhere, and then he'll get mad about that, disappear, and he might come back loving Sony. Who knows?
Nintendo exposing some fools.
I think you're kind of mistaken on why people are subscribed to Blackie Lebowski in the first place.
I never seen this video, so I can't comment on
You
it.
got now, Mr. T, do you know the Ashvillian who that was?
Yeah, I know about him. Yeah.
All right, watch the Blackie Lebowski, and then once you hear his voice, you'll know it's the Ashvillian. And he's putting on this whole Xbox One routine, where all we heard about was his PC was the greatest for multi-plats, and he had his Wii U for the exclusives for a year, ever since the Wii U came out. It's like phonies like that I can't stand here on YouTube.
Well, he's admitted to me already that that's him, and that he didn't get ran off YouTube. That he did he walked away like a true pimp. The Black Box situation. Those are his exact words.
Oh my god.
Well, he told me he's going to report me for being a stalker. He wouldn't come out and admit to me that he was the Ashvillian. He said that Black Bond dubbed the voicing of the video, and that's not him. And he showed his legs, like in the video. And I asked him, I said, "Show yourself, then, you fucking fraud." And then he showed his legs. So I don't know.
Hey, fellas. Hey, I'm gonna have to cut this short right quick. I gotta make a quick run. So, I
Okay,
enjoyed
man.
being.
I'm just about to end the podcast anyways. I was just coming to an end. I was just seeing if anybody else had any other topics. But I appreciate you being on this week, Old Dirty, and I'll see you next week, man.
All right, Dave. All right, fellas. See y'all guys later.
Peace.
RXL,
All right.
you were on a stream with Arb last night talking about that Blackie guy.
Yeah.
I heard some pretty funny shit there.
So what you're saying is,
I thought that debate with Truth was hilarious, where you got two people that don't have a fucking clue about gaming, debating, and it ended just like I thought I would, with the two of them like chimpanzees throwing feces at each other.
oh man.
Well, RXL, I gotta ask you, man. It wouldn't be fair if I didn't ask. What's going on with the whole clown meat thing with Critical Essence Tech? Did you flag them or no?
No, hell no. Why would I?
I'm just trying to figure out what happened. They were talking to me. I wanted to know what went on. Now, the whole thing, the clown meat got his channel shut down. Lawrence was saying that the minute that you liked the video on a Critical Essence Tech USA, all their shit got flagged. I just want to know if it's true or not. I'm asking you. That's all.
No. And how does that even make sense?
What?
I would like a video and then go flag it.
No, it's probably someone who's following him. They saw the video and then they flagged it.
Yeah, I just wanted to ask what was going on. Lawrence asked me to. Well, he didn't want me to ask, but I told him I'm going to bring it up anyways. I don't know.
RXL is not a flagger. He's a flaggy, man. But all these other people, they fucking belong in a zoo, man.
Oh, I'll flag a motherfucker. Don't get it wrong. I'll flag somebody, but I'll let them know. I made a video about Pyro. I'm like, that I flagged him, and I recorded me flagging him, and then I sent it to him. I'm an asshole, just a different kind.
Well, you know League of Winning, right, RXL?
Yeah, yes, I know League of Winning.
Why did he take down all his videos after him and the clown meat guy? I mean, I don't know if him and we did a podcast. I think it was this week during the weekend when we did that podcast. It got flagged down because I went off on Nate. He went off on League of Winning. I mean, I don't really know what's going on with League of Winning with Meat. I know they went back and forth, but he said he thinks that League of Winning flagged his channel. And I noticed League of Winning shut down. Oh well, League of Winning said he was going to have him arrested or something. I think it's a little fucking crazy for YouTube. I'd love to see somebody say that to me. But after that, all his videos were gone. I know League of Winning, like he just has one video up now or something. Because I used to follow him.
That's pretty suspicious.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you because you come on the podcast, so I told Tom Meat and them I'd ask what's going on.
I'd look at League of Winning's history, and if he liked the video, then it's him.
Oh, okay. I don't know. I had to ask. What else? Does anybody have any other topics or anything you want to talk about? I guess I'm gonna cut it to an end.
Yeah, that should be it.
I'm trying to get the podcast to go an hour. We usually go like 3 hours. I just wanted to cut it down to like an hour or so. But if you have any more topics, I mean, I brought up the whole E3, or Old Dirty did too.
I got one.
Huh?
I said I got a topic. I seen a motherfucker who traded in his PS4 for a PS3.
Who was that?
Well, who did that?
His name is Darth Cueball.
Oh, yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah, through Fat Gamer.
Well, I don't know. Is he playing his PS3? And why not?
Why was the reason he did it? What did he say?
I don't know why he did it.
He ain't no games.
That's what I'm saying. Now that's my example. Maybe because he felt the PS4. This is just me. I have enough money to go buy a PS3 again if I want to. I'm not going to sell my PS4, but I could see if somebody had no money and they felt that the PS3 had better games or better library, and they might have moved into PS4 knowing, like, hey, this don't have many games, I'd rather have a PS3 again. I can understand that. I guess that means you don't have enough to buy a PS3. You just had to get a PS, just to sell out the money.
If you're a welfare gamer, now's the time to buy a PS3, man. Bargain bins fucking throwing sales
This
everywhere.
is kind of crazy though, because a PS3 is like $100.
Yeah.
Like if you're trading PS4 for a PS3, like you're losing money.
Yeah, no, you'd have to get like some games or something.
Yeah, I was gonna say, how much you gonna get for an old PS3? It ain't
Well,
worth it.
what's the Last of Us edition? They're selling a brand new PS3 with the Last of Us. Wasn't it $250? I thought, maybe I was wrong. Maybe it was 150. I saw. I don't know.
No, I mean you can get PS3 cheap anywhere. You know what I mean? As long as you don't go to GameStop, you'll get one cheap.
Like Cowboom right now has like 160 gig PS3 Slims for like $100.
Oh, okay. That makes no sense why you would do that. Then I guess maybe you don't have $100. I don't know.
He talked about this, and he said that the Xbox gamer decided to move to PS4. He had Xbox One. He played whatever he needed to play, and then that's when he PS4 to get a PS3, and since he has Plus, he gets a whole bunch of free games. So
yeah, like I'm looking at, the whole PlayStation Plus. They're really giving you a good fucking library with the PS3. I mean, once you buy a PS3, if you never had one or if you want to go back to it or whatever, you got like an instant game collection with the PlayStation Plus.
Yeah, same thing with the Vita. So
Yeah, the PS4. Well, that's what I wanted to bring up. That's one topic I do want to bring up. Xbox, I heard with the whole E3, they had their leaked information, and one of the leaked things that they leaked was Games with Gold is going to be giving you a day one, digital game, a digital game and a hard copy game of your choice out of choice of two. What do you think about that? Are they newer games, you think, or are they going to be old-ass fucking games like Halo 1 or something?
What? That makes no sense.
Yeah, they're going to be giving you a hard copy game with Games of Gold and a digital game, and they're both, and you get to pick a choice of two.
Now, is that for Xbox One or?
No, Xbox. That's going to be the whole. Yeah, Xbox One Games with Gold.
Any game?
They're going to give you a choice of two games, whatever they may be. I don't know. They could be some old ass game from the original Xbox. Who knows?
Yeah,
it could be an indie game. I don't know. But they're going to give you a choice. You get a hard copy game a month and a digital game a month. But a choice of two of each one. It's going to be an address two. I don't know.
Come on,
and they're giving you the game.
What game did you say?
Forza 2.
Well, they said that's going to compete with PlayStation Plus in a big way. That's what it said in the leaked information.
Oh, they gotta do something. Their games for gold has been dog shit for the most part.
Well, I know this much. They are trying. They really are.
Yeah, they're trying.
That's good.
They actually gave us the latest, not the latest, but the close enough with Saints Row the Third. They're only at least they gave us that. That's close. That's good enough.
Yeah, I'm trying to see what it was. I wrote it down, but yeah, it's a digital game and a hard copy game. But there's a choice. You get a choice of two out of both. For the digital, you get a choice of two games, and the hard copy, a choice of two games. I guess they send it to your house or some shit. The hard copy. I don't know. It must be an old game though. And like you said, I'm pretty sure it was for Xbox One. It might be for 360. I don't know, but I think it was Xbox One. Oh, and they announced, what was it? Games with Gold, one retail and one digital a month. Game of your choice. And then they're going to have it to where retail units act as dev kits before October 2014, the Xbox One. That's another big announcement, supposedly supposed to happen at E3. And the biggest one I think it is Crackdown Skyline coming out in 2015, a release date.
You know what I think they mean by one retail and one digital is they might mean like one retail game like a Saints Row the Third, and one digital game like a Dust or an Xbox Live Arcade game.
Oh, okay.
But aren't they kind of already doing that?
Yeah, this last month they've done that.
Yeah.
But sometimes they just give you 2 pieces of garbage.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
you're probably right on that, Arxel. I'm trying to see. The Rise 2 was another big announcement. It's going to be set in a medieval times type thing, like scenery.
Rise 2.
Yeah, there's going to be a Rise 2 is going to be announced at E3 for Xbox One. That's the leaked information. Halo. They're talking about that Halo 2 remake. That is pretty much, from the, they're going to remake the whole game. That's kind of cool because I always liked Halo 2. I'd like it with better graphics and stuff. Rise 2, like I said, Forza Horizon 2.
Mm-hmm.
That's another leaked game.
Cool.
Fable Legends, they're going to show some gameplay finally of that. Quantum Break's going to have an online multiplayer. They're going to show an upgrade in graphics. But haven't we only seen CGI trailers for that game?
Yeah, I would like to actually see gameplay footage of that game.
Yeah, it's going to be an upgrade in graphics. So I guess an upgrade from a CGI trailer that they showed you. And it's going to pretty much have online multiplayer. They're going to show you some more Sunset Overdrive. Black Tusk is going to do a CGI trailer of Gears of War Lazarus. I think, my opinion, Sony had the better E3 linked information. Like, if Sony's conference is going to be what they say and Microsoft's is going to be what they say of this, I think Sony's going to win on E3 out of the two with the, just what they're planning to do. But I don't know. That's me. I don't know.
I want to see the president get up and dance.
Yeah, he might dance.
I want to see some more Sunset Overdrive Garden Warfare.
You don't think that looks like a good
game? That game is exposing some fools. You know what I'm saying? It's like, really?
Honestly, I haven't seen the gameplay footage, but from what I've heard, I heard a lot of people are impressed, and I do want to see gameplay footage of it though.
It looks like Dead Rising 3 mixed with Jet Set Radio.
Yeah, I'm watching it right now. Fuck it.
Did you ever see the game? You ever play the game Jet Set Radio? It looks like it's mixed with Dead Rising 3.
That's one of my favorite games of all time. So if it's anything like
Jet Set Radio.
Yeah, if it's anything like that, I'm good. Yeah, if it's anything like that,
it looks exactly like that game.
So
you can grind on telephone lines and stuff and shoot zombies. I guess they're zombies or.
Yeah,
some more games like that, man. They need a game where you can just pick up some rollerblades, a dirt bike, or a fucking BMX bike, and just go around an open world.
It seems that's how it is. You're jumping around, killing hordes of zombies. I'm not wanting to call them zombies or some kind of monsters. It looks like a good game. It don't look like a game I would. It's not a system seller at all to me. But it does look like a good game if I had an Xbox One and I just wanted to play it. It wouldn't be a game that would make me go buy the Xbox One. But it does look okay. It don't look bad. If Crackdown Skyline's out and New Gears of War, it looks badass, and maybe the Halo 2 remake, yeah, I'll pick up an Xbox One. I'm thinking about getting Xbox One anyway, so I want to have all the systems for this generation, like I always do. That's why I don't, even the Wii U is struggling. I'm not going to go sell my Wii U like everybody else did, like a lot of other people that I watch support the Wii U since it's been out. I don't agree with that.
I don't understand. I don't understand this selling of it. Cause obviously, I have a ton of systems, and when, let's say, a console I have doesn't have games that that I want to play, then I go to my other console. So I don't just I don't go and sell it because at that time it doesn't have games I want to play on it. I'll just say, all right, I'll focus on my other console now, until this console gets games that I want to play. So I just, as a gamer, I just don't understand the mentality.
Well, how I've always been, Mr. T, like, whenever a new generation comes, I get those consoles, and usually I don't never have to go back to last generation and play those games. I always am in the new generation. I like what's new. But this generation is kind of leading me back to I can understand that guy Cue Ball or whatever, if he didn't have the money, maybe selling his PS4. I wouldn't do it. I'd buy me a PS3 before I'd sell my PS4. Maybe he just wants there's some games that he liked playing on the PS3 that kept him more occupied than the PS4 is right now, but I don't know, the PS4 for me right now is an upgrade, like for Call of Duty. I like playing the whole new Battlefield experience. It looks a lot better. I like that. I never liked Battlefield on the last generation consoles.
What I'm saying is, why do you not know that before you sell it?
Oh, well, that's what I'm saying. I mean, I knew that. Yeah, I knew that. I knew what I was getting into, but I didn't think the PS4 was going to have such a rough. It wasn't going to be that much of a rough start, but it's getting better. Like I said, when Watch Dogs comes out, I'll be fine, because I'll be playing that online like crazy.
Right.
Well, I'm just wondering why all these people are surprised. Like, I'm looking for that console that has all these games being released in like March. Like every year, March has no games, or April. Like games don't usually come out till like September.
There's like a dry period in gaming.
Well, it's an old dirty made a good point. He brought up with the whole Wii U. He said that Wii U wouldn't be so bad in a drought right now if they did have third party on board like they planned. With third party pulling out, that he thinks that's why the Wii U, Nintendo is basing, they were hoping third party was on board. That's why you see such a big drought with Nintendo right now. And he thinks with this year coming up, Nintendo is going to just push out some first party and fill, and now that they know that they don't have third party on board, he thinks it'll be all right. That's what he was saying last night.
I agree with that. I think that's definitely the case. They made a mistake, I think. Go ahead.
Generally, when somebody says the Wii U has no games, I would like to see like their gameplay hours and if they even own like half of these games that are out.
Well, you used to say the Wii U had no games.
I know, I bet shit out of the Wii U, but
I remember you burning down the Wii U for like a year.
I'll still do it. These dummies won't know the difference. I still get people asking for friend requests on the Wii U. Like, you own a Wii U? Well, I do it as a joke. Like, I go out and buy their games. Like, my Wii U has games.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Now, RXL, us welfare gamers are really upset with this headset right here. Since this new update, I can't use my headset no more.
The thing's a piece of shit. Of course you're upset with it.
And I'm not going out and buying a headset when I got this that they need to fix.
I'm glad they made a headset like that for the wealthy, so they can go hang themselves with it afterwards when it breaks down on them.
Well, the thing that I'm scared, where I don't go out and buy another headset is sometimes I'm in Call of Duty. I play Call of Duty online. Sometimes I'll hit a room where there ain't nobody talking at all, and that might be the whole day, like how Call of Duty is going to be. The next day, I might find 1 million people in the room, and then I just have this mic sitting there. There ain't enough people talking on PS4 for me to run out and buy a $100 microphone.
Because they don't have those mics.
Like microphones for cell phones work on the PS4, right? Like.
Well, I use this thing now. My other headset that I use for the Wii U, when the Wii U, I used to play Black Ops 2 online on the Wii U. I just got a regular microphone with that, and it worked. That's what's weird, though, is this will work, but this won't work. it don't make any sense. And I called Sony, and they're like, yeah, you can use any kind of headset with a mic. I said, why can't I use your headset with a mic that you gave me? And they're like, oh, we have to patch that. I was like, okay. They're like, that will be in the next update. I was like, okay.
Didn't you have a headset for your PS3?
No, so when I sold the PS3, my buddy wanted everything. The deal we had worked out, everything that I had used. He wanted the headset and everything. So.
Like, I got a bunch of headsets that work on
at the time, RXL too, you gotta think this. The PS3 headset, it didn't work though with the PS4. With the update they did. I sold my PS3 after I bought the PS4, like a week or two after. I don't think that one worked with the PS4. That's what they said.
No, you had to wait for the patch.
Yeah, that's why I didn't. That's why I gave him the headset. I can't go back to his house and say, "Hey, man, go back on the deal," and be like, "Can I have my headset back?"
What kind was it?
It was just the Sony one that you normally get, the regular Sony one, whatever one, the one I spent $100 on.
Yeah, those work now.
Wait, let me see. Hold on.
Those are shit anyways, man.
Are you talking about this one, Dave? You see?
I had that one, and I had another one too, the $100 one that he just said how we worked out the deal. I told him you can have all the games and that, which I sold it to him for, and I just, that's the deal I gave him. But the reason I did that, I didn't think I could use those headsets with the PS4, and then when they did the update, you can now. So I wish I didn't. So, but I'm just gonna get I guess I'm gonna get the $100 one, the PS4 Gold one. They say that's a good one. Nate claimed on the phone that I have to go buy the GXP $250 headset, whatever the hell that is. Buy Turtle Beach or something.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like the Turtle Beach. I had problems with them.
He claimed. Well, I don't know if it's It was a $250 headset. He told me over the phone. He said he uses it for his PC. He says it's the best thing ever. I don't want to spend that much on a headset, but I'll just get the PS4 one. But Nate swears by the one he's got. So.
PC guys are good at misleading console gamers.
Mm-hmm.
It's so easy. They don't know what they're talking about, right?
See, I'm a console guy. I never got into the whole PC thing, so, I mean, he might be talking right, telling us the right information, but when can we really ever take Nate's advice? Let's be real. You might get one Nate here, you get Nintendo Nate one week, and the next week you might get Sony Nate. You
can't even take his own advice.
PC gamers are pretty upset that they're gaming on the absolute best, most powerful hardware that nobody cares about.
Well, I guess if anybody's got any other topics, I'm just going to end the podcast. I mean, I'm not going to I'll talk in the chat, but I'm definitely going to end the podcast. Does anybody else have anything else to say? I appreciate everybody joining this week.
No, I'm good, man. I'm just happy I'm not at work.
Here, let me get... Well, next week, I hope everybody joins. I'm going to shut down, I'm going to stop broadcasting, and I appreciate everybody joining this week. If you want to stay in the call, stay in the call. All right, here we go.